लेखापाल, ज्ञान आणि सत्य यांचा संगम आहे. भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्थेला सक्षम बनवण्यात आपण मोलाचं योगदान देत आहोत. युवा शक्तीचा सदुपयोग, शहरीकरणाचा विस्तार, अक्षय ऊर्जेचा वाढता वापर, डिजिटल अर्थव्यवस्थेला चालना आणि चांगल्या पायाभूत सुविधांची उभारणी यातून भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था $5 ट्रिलियन उद्दिष्ट गाठेल, असे प्रतिपादन गोखले इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स अँड इकॉनॉमिक्सचे कुलगुरू डॉक्टर अजित रानडे यांनी केले. द इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंट ऑफ इंडियाच्या बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज ऑपरेशन्स ICAI पुणे शाखा आणि विकासा पुणे शाखेच्या वतीनं आयोजित ज्ञानगम्य CA विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी 2 दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय परिषदेचं उद्घाटन डॉक्टर अजित रानडे यांच्या हस्ते झालं. या परिषदेत देशभरातून जवळपास 2000 CA विद्यार्थी सहभागी झाले होते. वर्धमान सांस्कृतिक केंद्रात झालेल्या सोहळ्यात ICAI केंद्रित समिती सदस्य CA चंद्रशेखर चितळे, CA मंगेश किनरे, CA दयानिवास शर्मा, विभागीय समिती सदस्य CA यशवंत कासार, CA ऋता चितळे, ICAI पुणेचे अध्यक्ष CA राजेश अग्रवाल, उपाध्यक्ष CA अमृता कुलकर्णी, विकासा पुणेचे अध्यक्ष CA सचिन मिनियार, उपाध्यक्ष साईराम खोंड, कार्यकारिणी सदस्य CA प्रणव आपटे, CA काशीनाथ पठारे, CA प्रितेश मुळोत, विकासा पुणेचे सचिव माधविक शहा, खजिनदार समीक्षा शिरसाट, सहसचिव ओंकार फाफळ, सहखजिनदार सुहास सावंत, संपादकीय प्रमुख स्नेहा वेद पाठक आदी उपस्थित होते. CA सचिन मनियार यांनी स्वागत केलं. सांची होंडराव व अभिषेक पुराणिक यांनी सूत्रसंचालन केलं. CA अमृता कुलकर्णी यांनी सर्वांचे आभार मानले.
Begin by just sharing some thoughts. I'm very happy to see the stage backdrop, but what caught my eye is the logo. I believe the students, your team has designed this logo. So can somebody raise their hand? Is the logo designer here or the committee? What's your name? Please raise your hand if you are in the audience or the team. So please give him a big round of applause. Very nice thematic logo. And I just want to add to that, you say it is Jnanam Paramam Satyam. So I guess Jnanam means knowledge, Paramam means the highest, and Satyam means truth. These words are very, very heavy words, and I'm sure a lot of thought has gone into this. So you're in the business of truth and knowledge. We are all, especially the CA community, in the business of truth and knowledge. That really captures, that's why I'm very happy about the logo. I know about another logo which I've seen, and another very powerful line which says Jnanam Paramam Dhyayam. Jnanam Paramam Dhyayam. Jnanam means knowledge, Paramam means the highest, and Dhyayam means your goal. So the ultimate goal is knowledge, but the real knowledge is not different from truth. So truth and knowledge go together. So please remember, while you're here to celebrate, there are going to be paper presentations, there will be felicitations and awards and a lot of celebration, but please remember this background. So first thing I want to share with you is the knowledge, the importance of knowledge and truth. I will come to something about the CA community. But knowledge, in the modern world, I would like to ask you this question, but I think the audience is too big, so I'll give you the answer. If I ask you, which is the number one India's export? What is India's number one export? The answer is the export of not petroleum or diesel, not polished diamonds, not textiles, not agriculture, not pharmaceuticals. The number one export of India is IT services, software and IT services. Today it is almost equal to $250 billion. It's reaching there, and it is growing very fast. That to me embodies knowledge. We are exporting because we have knowledge workers. We are now in the knowledge phase of development. We had the agricultural phase of development, then we had the industrial revolution, and now we have the information revolution. Now I would call it the knowledge revolution. Category for the last 15 years ahead of China. So to my mind, When a worker, even if it's a blue collar worker, a white collar worker is sending money home to India, that is like the export of labor. Getting money from workers from abroad is nothing like but export of labor. It can be unskilled labor, semi-skilled labor, or highly skilled labor. So if you add these two, 250 billion IT and software, 100 billion remittances, 350, it's in the range of 400 billion. So $500 billion almost very soon, $500 billion is accounted for by India's greatest strength, which is our human capital, our labor force. And you represent the highest end of that, highly skilled. So $500 billion, here we are talking about becoming a $5 trillion economy, and just this one resource, I'm not even talking about all the other sectors. This one resource is so powerful. That is India's strength. That is India's strength. But we know we should not be satisfied because we are 1 billion people. If we are exporting $250 billion of IT and software, 250 billion divided by 1 billion, kitna hota hai? How much is it? Only $250. So we can do much more. We can do much more. We can double. The world market for IT software, outsourced services, now more and more global centers of excellence, that market is trillions of dollars. I don't know, maybe it is 5 trillion, 10 trillion. So we should not be satisfied with 250 billion, 300 billion, $500 billion. We should be aiming for much more, and we have the potential. So my first submission to you is Jnanam Paramam Satyam, Jnanam Paramam Dhyayam, and Jnanam economy is our strength, and you guys are the custodians of that. First thing. Okay. Our median age of the country is 27 years. For China, it is 38 years. For Germany, 40. For Japan, maybe 45. India is at 27. And it's going to remain a young country for the next 20, 30, 40 years, for several decades. What is the implication of that? It means that the labor force is going to expand at a faster rate than the population of India. Population of India is growing only at 1%, and it's going to slow down. But the subset of people between the age of 15 and 60 is going to grow faster and faster. And that is the section of the economy which is going to contribute to knowledge and economic growth. Of course, you need to have skills, you need to have education, you need to have training, you need to be CAs, lawyers, professionals. But that is the first. So India's growth has 5 advantages, 5 structural factors. One is demography. Second is urbanization. The whole world is 50% urbanized. Developed countries are 80-90% urbanized. India is at 33. So imagine growing fastly, because GDP grows in the cities, not in the rural areas. Of course, rural areas are important, but GDP grows fast. When India's GDP is growing at 6-7%, the cities are growing at 10%. The rural areas are growing at 4% or 3%. So second factor is urbanization. Third factor is the renewable energy. With a combination of solar, which is free sunshine, and hydrogen, which comes from water. You take water, which is H2O, you break it up, you get hydrogen, electrolysis. So if we think about the energy coming from renewable energy, that's going to be a huge driver of economic growth and prosperity. Because right now we have to import 180 billion, $200 billion of crude oil. We don't have crude oil. We have to import it, we refine it, we make it into petroleum and diesel. So imagine we transforming ourselves into renewable energy. We are the world's leader and convener of the International Solar Alliance. So that's the third point. So let me repeat. My first point was knowledge.
Opportunities available for you, the horizon is not only the city, wherever you come from, Pune or other city, maybe your state, maybe your country. It goes much beyond this country, and everywhere in the globe, the chartered accountants are accepted for rendering financial and other services. The new curriculum, which Diana will be talking subsequently, will make you understand that this particular course which you have joined is going to take you, it is your passport to travel anywhere in the globe and earn from anywhere in the globe. And I'm confident and I'm sure that you will make this opportunity a great. In fact, last year the institute organized World Congress of Accountants at GEO BKC New Bombay, and there from across the world, 100 odd countries, the chartered accountants were there, and thereafter the brand ICI has elevated to a great height. There are numerous examples, but let me cite only one example, and that is of Institute of Chartered Accountants Singapore. For last decade or so, our institute was trying to have MRA, mutual recognition agreement, and some understanding with Institute of Singapore, but we were getting cold-shouldered response. And last year, when they came for World Congress, witnessed the manner in which the ICI organized it, the professionalism with the chartered accountants in this country, and also the premises WRC office at BKC is also there. So we invited them. That was the story as far as December 2022 is concerned. And come 2023, in the month of February, the ICI received letter from Institute of Chartered Accountants Singapore that any student who qualifies the final examination of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, if he stays in Singapore for 6 months, he will be considered equivalent as Chartered Accountant from Singapore. So this was a unilateral recognition of ICI. They did not say in turn, if somebody from Singapore comes here, allow him. No. After witnessing the skill sets, the understanding, the knowledge vistas of Indian Chartered Accountants, this letter was received. When we were discussing in council, our colleague said, जो न देते थे खत का जवाब, उनके सलाम आने लगे, मेरे नीम के पेड़ पर आम आने लगे. And you are all students, you are going to reap rich harvest of this arm. So a platter is before you, and I am sure in the forthcoming sessions you will have greater understanding. Of course, the curiosity, the quest for knowledge is unending. It is not a full stop after you qualify the final examination, but it is just a comma. Your knowledge and understanding is recognized as a qualified professional, but thereafter also, I think this pursuit of knowledge and curiosity will continue, and I am sure this particular conference will certainly give you those inputs that you will carry for life. Academic, you are being given in your books, in examinations it is tested, and certain other things. But this particular opportunity by Students Skill Enrichment Board is for the purpose of you to interact, because ultimately a professional is a social animal. He has to interact with various stakeholders in the society. So maybe you experience this socialism, you make friends, of course use them for professional output at the moment, and then for life you will be definitely thriving high. So I wish all of you good luck, and I'm sure this conference would definitely be a forerunner in your career.
Remember one part, if you dream to be successful, behave like you are successful. When you come to this kind of conferences, you have to carry yourself looking at these people who have come for giving the presentation of papers, the way they come, dressed up, tie, suit. You know, so much of positivity with which you need to come, because you are going to see yourself for tomorrow. Yes or no? So something which you always have to remember is, what you behave today, you are going to be tomorrow. If you do good today, you will be good tomorrow. If you take excuses today, you will have excuses for tomorrow. If you think that I am a failure today, you will never be a failure tomorrow. As rightly said by Ranade said that, it is either success or learning. And if you all are able to take that spirit together and actually behave like, you are going to be tomorrow's chartered accountants, the way people would like to see you. Forget people altogether. Tell me honestly, when you dress up well and you just see at your mother or see at your father, what kind of feeling they get? Yes or no? Even father does that.
कोणी हॉस्पिटॅलिटी बघत होतं, कोणी बॅकस्टेज बघत होतं. So we have to do that role. So participate in the conference, don't think it's a distant learning course. It is not at all distant learning course, and that's Dayanivas ji mentioned. एक आहे मोठ्या व्यक्तीने जो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट नाही आहे त्याने म्हटलेले वाक्य आहे WRC चेअरमन मी असताना एका सेमिनारमध्ये आय एम क्वाईट इम्प्रेस्ड अबाउट दिस प्रोफेशन दॅट यू आर ट्रेनिंग युअर पोटेन्शियल कॉम्पिटिटर्स इन आर्टिकलशिप अँड यू आर पेइंग फॉर दॅट. असं कुठच्याच प्रोफेशनमध्ये नाही आहे, कारण अनेक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट जर इंडस्ट्रीमधला जरी असला तरी तो माझा पोटेन्शियल कॉम्पिटिटर आहे, प्रॅक्टिस मधला असला तरी माझा पोटेन्शियल कॉम्पिटिटर होऊ शकतो. त्याला मी ट्रेन करतोय, त्याला स्टायपेंड पैसे पण देतोय आणि त्याला सांगतोय बाबा शिक आणि माझ्यात एखादं काम घेऊन जा. असं कुठे होतं का? सो दिस इज द ब्युटी ऑफ दिस कोर्स. गेट इन्व्हॉल्व इन ईच अँड एव्हरीथिंग. नंबर ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटीज आर कॅरिड आउट बाय द इन्स्टिट्यूट ॲट डिफरंट फोरम्स फॉर द स्टुडंट्स. पार्टिसिपेट इन दॅट. आपल्याकडे ब्रांच आहे, ब्रांचची बिल्डिंग आहे, छोटी आहे, चित्र साहेब प्रयत्न करताय अजून मोठी बिल्डिंग होऊ शकते, पण आपण कधी यूज केलाय का त्याचा? आपण कधी गेलोय का ब्रांचला GMCS ITT सोडून? वी हॅव टोल्ड फ्रॉम SSCB टू द ब्रांचेस दॅट IT सेंटर्स और GMCS classrooms should be kept open for the students even after batches if they want to do any practice or any activity relating to their skill enrichment. You have written, I am telling from this forum, right? Of course, it will be with due supervision.
When we consume, there is a direct link with production. So please be alert in what you are consuming with all your 5 senses. That is one point what I wanted to make. Second part is that we are now in the age where climate change is really a reality. And it is not something that we can run away from. ICAI has been trying hard to bring about a real change. How we can contribute as ICAI is bringing up sustainability standards. But my friends, don't think for a moment that sustainability standards, sustainability goals is something what some organizations, government and all those are supposed to do. No, it is something that even you can contribute to. So that is my second and last point what I am trying to make here. Organizers, I hope I can steal 2 more minutes of your time. So what I wanted to point I'm trying to make here is there are 3 R's: reuse, recycle and reduce. That's our t-shirts. All your t-shirts might be someday used for cleaning rooms and then ultimately as for floor cleaning also. Maybe we are using fountain pens where you can reuse and not throw away those pens. So I don't think that reuse is something what we Indians need to be told. But what about reduce? Can we not reduce our intake? Can we not reduce our consumption of certain things? I feel, my friends, and here at ICAI, I would like to appeal to the ICAI about not use of single-use plastic bottles. For me personally, I do not drink water from the plastic bottles because for health reasons, they are traveling all over the place and then they are stored. So can we not at ICAI, I appeal that at Pune branch, we are always doing something innovative. So can we think about something like at Pune branch we also have an option to use filters. I'm sure that all the students here are carrying their own water bottles, are they not? So that's great. And so I appeal to ICAI that kindly let us ban the use of single-use plastic bottles from at our organization. I think that will be a real thing about sustainability.